A new season, a new day, a new dawning. Let's do this, guys. Let's do this. How are you all doing? I am so ready for this. I don't know about you, but I am. New day, it's a new dawn. Yes. How are you doing? Who is ready to grow on YouTube? Who is just ready to grow? All right. Let's see if we can get some lights in here. Thank you for showing up, coming in. This is how we do it, folks. Right here, coming to you live and direct, wherever you're tuning in from. Do me a favor and definitely tap in. All right. I need for you to tap in. Tell me where where you're from, going on. And I'm probably going to talk about three things. I'm not going to be here too long, but just enough. Talking about how we're choosing to show and grow, show up on YouTube. And feel free to check in with me because I am going to be doing some work. So yeah, there will be some work being done. And then we can definitely chit chat a bit. And I figured out why not? Why not have this conversation and with you guys here? So all the best for the coming year. All the best for the coming year, because that's what we're doing. We are planning our year. We are making moves. And so sometimes you just have to do what needs to be done, right? I don't want this thing to go off, so I'm just trying to set it up. It's been a while here, so I know that if you could, what would you do? There we go. Really bright. Maybe that was too bright. But I'm going to be working and try to figure out things with you all. I mean, I like being here on YouTube. What about you? A scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the most, put a number down. Put a number down when you feel as if, you can say, do you understand YouTube enough? And that's my question to myself. So many things, so many people that we've learned from, so many people that we've seen. Because I may not be able to see you guys, but if you can see me, just drop something in the chat. Oh, Raiden, hey, there you go. You love my glasses. Thank you. The other ones I have, they were too big. Where are you tuning in from? Let me give you a shout. Yeah, it's these are actually the ones that I used to read. Not so much just, well, I can see with them, but I read. So I have some things that I need to do. I don't know if you're one of those last minute people like myself. On the 31st, I was going some places. Oh, I don't need that anymore. And many of them I had up until the end of the year to cancel them out. But if you're like me, you probably got through. Some I did, some I didn't. But growing on YouTube, guys, if you want to grow on YouTube, how many of you have new channel? You have channels that it doesn't seem to be moving. You don't have enough numbers. And that's what's happening because consistency is key. So if you aren't consistent, and there's sometimes that, I show up. I mean, when it was time to get monetized, it was like, oh my gosh, always there. But I'm telling you right now, some days you just feel like, oh my God, I put so much into that I'm actually exhausted. But in order for us to grow on YouTube, this is some Cerasee tea. It's really bitter, but it's supposed to be good for the body. Thank you so much. Yes. And that's the thing too, now that I'm looking, and let's really talk about YouTube here. Now that I'm looking at what we really need to do, especially after you've been monetized, if you aren't monetized, then you're going to start to say, well, you know what, I just need to do what I need to do to get those hours. And for me right now, I am getting the watch time from the lives. And so much of the videos And so now it had me thinking that I may have to structure and do things a little bit different, because we also have to think, the long game. The long game is this: if I am not able to do lives as often, how do I keep things going? And so for me, I have a lot of footage. I really have a lot of footage. So that's the thing. Part of it too is to make sure that you have enough footage that you can use at another time. And I was watching this one YouTuber, and he was talking about, well, he did 52 videos. So because he was going to upload video per week, which is pretty cool. And the thing was like, okay, this is what happened after 52 videos. And what it showed, it was consistency. It's being consistent. It's showing up. And those were videos. They weren't really like lives. And there are a lot of us who do lives. I like doing lives. And I can do them from anywhere. But sometimes too, you gotta get all cute to be in front of the camera. Like right now, I'm trying to put on my lip gloss, right? So it takes that. And then some people have AI. They have their AI clone. Joshua Huntington gang. Oh, you're fishing. Let me tell you, I don't have a problem with anyone, okay? I'm that kind of girl. So I don't have a problem with people. That's their lives. I don't get into that. I don't get into people's personal life. Because you know what? I have too much stuff going on. And guys, when sometimes people do that for shock value and they just abruptly want to know, what do you believe? Who do you support? Folks have a lot of things going on. A lot of us, okay? So Jace Hunting, fishing. I mean, that was a question. It was just so random. But I mean, just to jump into somebody's space to ask them what they think, and difference does it make, right? What difference does it make? So I'm just saying, just live your life, because people have a lot going on. They have family members that are ill. They have family members that may need some help. They themselves may need some help mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. There are things going on. Hey, okay, so no, I'm not gonna even entertain that. You know what? Stuff happens, okay? So yeah, so that's the thing, guys. If you are building up your YouTube channel and you are struggling with it, and you're thinking that nobody is watching, just think, you had no viewers when you first started. So when the channel started, it was just where I would post videos, for business, for different talks and things like that. But the thing about it is this: I wasn't even thinking about monetization and all the subscribers, but I love having subscribers. So if you guys are here and you want to learn more about health and wellness and business and travel, and of course me being in the medical field, and for my nurses, yay, this is a place to be. It's a little bit of that. Now they're saying that you may need to niche it down. What is your niche? Who is your audience? Who are the people who want to listen things that you do? And so after being here for a while, I could go through my videos and I see the trend, right? You have to look and see where people are really, where you're getting the reaction or the engagement or the views. When you first start out, you may not have all of that. You may not have all of, trying to even figure that out. But yeah, so for me, is that what is my niche? Is my audience? Who do I serve? You see, my talks are very uplifting. They're very motivational, and they're about your health, and it could be about your health and your wellness. The reason why I put that in there, it's because I feel that I want when people leave my channel, that there's something that they learn, something how to take care of themselves, or to take care of the things that are truly, really important to them. So to me, that's important. I want when you leave one of my live streams that there's something that you learned. So one of the things that I did put in the head in there, it's about you showing up on YouTube. Are you finding it difficult? Really? Oh, you like the vibes? Okay, Big Bob. Yo, Bob, what's up with that? You came over on your other name. You left from your other name and you came back to this. Guys, it's so easy to tell. People just think that they can on YouTube and just switch from one account to the next and a lot of stuff. But are you clear on your niche? Who is your audience? Many of the people there here may be people who are passing by, and that's another thing you can use on YouTube. You can have a live. We're going to be people who are going to be passing by. Some are going to say some off the cuff or stuff. We sometimes say crazy stuff. They'll just say that because they want to be seen, or they'll go in between their they'll go in between their accounts just to be funny. And I'm not really being distracted, but I'm just saying. So that's one of the things on YouTube. Even if you get people like Big Bob here, who may come in and ask questions and then make a comment, well, this is good because guess what? It is moving me up in the algorithm. So that's why sometimes, guys, it's worth to come on live because you are going to get some form of engagement. And so thank you for that. Even the haters, okay, thank you. The haters will even do that. So yes, if you have your YouTube channel, you just don't want to be a channel where you're going to, what is it? Not really. What do they tell people? Some trolling could get into stalking, and we don't want to say that. So troll people, there are people who troll and they add to your YouTube channel. So, hey, it is what it is. So if you're finding that you're having difficulties coming up with a niche, after a while, look at videos, go into your YouTube studios and look at the videos and look at the ratings, like look at the watch time. Which videos are being watched and how long are they staying on the videos? So I have been doing my research. So YouTube will require you to do a little research. Just go in and you see that. And I'm like, oh, so people like when I talk about the wellness, a little bit of the nursing, and definitely when I travel. In my playlist, I have a playlist of when I was in Japan, right? And because I was at monetization level, I did a lot of lives and there were some things there. So if you go over to my list, there's a list of you can watch some lives in Japan. Also, another thing is this. I'm saying, okay, so they like the wellness stuff. And so I did some wellness lives. Those did better than the videos. But again, you have to feel and see what works. So I talk a little bit about menopause, I talk a little bit about health and wellness, because those topics will find their audience. And for me, even if it's one person who's going to learn from something that I shared, it makes a huge difference. And I'm seeing people who are engaging under my videos, right? They're engaging under the videos about, hey, a little bit about wellness. Like I'll say, it's the beginning of the year now, guys. Make sure that you go or look at the last time when you had a checkup. Okay. Big D said, you know what? I have time for trolling. I cannot commit to stalking, though. Yeah, man. Respect for that. Respect for this. So be a troll, not a stalker. So, yeah, I respect you for that. Thank you. Right? So people are like, yeah, I'll come on here. I'll say things, but I'm not here. I'm not going to harm anybody and anything like that. So there are many people who are, and they're being truthful. That's what they are. And they add to your, they add to your thingy, whatever you do in your lives or your videos. All right, so let's say we're looking for a niche. What is your niche? Is there a need for it? Does your audience need it? Because when you're heading towards monetization, and guys, thank you for being here. Double tap the screen, give some thumbs ups, some hints here about being on YouTube and monetizing. How can I have better mental health this year? It's always been hard to let things go. Yeah, and guys, I love YouTube so much that I find videos where the professionals, the experts in their field, so if it's something on health and on wellness, I will listen to them. I don't take what they're saying as gospel or taking it as that thing. But let's say I were looking to, make sure that I'm doing better with my mental health. Then we'll start to look into some podcasts, because podcasts, they're great when they're interviews and somebody may talk about, like, if you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe you do see a therapist, maybe you need to see that. And there are other people who may talk about that, like even me myself, I'll do a disclaimer. I'm not giving mental or any kind of health advice. I'm not a medical doctor, and to seek that out, but I can always use myself as an example. And when I feel overwhelmed, I have to pull back. And yes, there's a way also that you can get the help that you need. So I find, as we call it here, YouTube University has been amazing, because anything to do with health and wellness and money and all of that stuff, it's here, but you have to use your discretion. So you will find other people on YouTube that even talk about how to grow on YouTube. You'll find people that you pretty much, that you like them. And you say, you know what, I like what they're saying. So let me check them out. And if I need to go see a mental health specialist or my provider or whomever, then that's something that I'm going to do. But I do believe that YouTube has really helped a lot of us, a lot of people. For me, if there's something that you want to learn or know a little bit more about, it's here. And then you take it with a grain of salt. You decide how you are going to use the information. So that's what I love about YouTube. So there's certain channels, and some of my friends, I can give them a shout out because they have a certain niche. Okay. One of the people that when I first started watching her, and she cooks. I don't consider myself a great chef or cook. I can do the basic stuff. Like, how many of you guys can do the basic stuff? Basic things like everybody can eat. They're not going to die. I'll cook some food for you and you're good to go. But there are people who really have a passion for it. One of the persons is Cassie Kitchen Creations with a K. And the reason why I'm always shouting her out, she does long form videos, and I love to watch her cook or make a soup, or the word she said, apothecary, the other stuff that you can do. She's probably going to correct me because I probably messed up saying that. But there are people that you can find other stuff. Okay, have a great night. Thank you, Big D. Thank you for coming. Thank you for stopping in. So guys, yeah, find out what you like and find people. You don't have to try and do what they do, because if I try to make pancakes with my grandkids, I'm not a chef. I'm there making pancakes with them. And I can't even take you through the whole process, because sometimes it's not my passion. Sometimes I don't even do the measurements the way that I should, because sometimes people want that. So you have to figure out what works for your channel. So if you're a cooking channel, like I said, Cassie, right? Kitchen Creations with a K. She does cooking. Go check her out. That's what she does. If you want to learn to couch, is that coach? Is it coach or couch? Couch potato. Couch potato. How many of us have been couch potatoes, right? And so that's the thing. So find out the thing that you like. So if you're a cooking channel, you're a cooking channel. Doesn't mean you can't do other things, but that's what people know you for. And so that's one of the things I'm noticing with what do you call it? YouTube. What people say hi, everybody coming in, say hi. Yo, 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 what up? Marky Mark is in the house. Marky Mark Westfall is in the house. What? The couch potato is in the house. People are just popping in. What's up with you guys for the new year? Come on, tell me what's up while I sip my tea. Pinky, let me see if I can put my pinky up. Oh my goodness, I need some more tea. Okay, guys. Yeah, the tea is almost finished. Oh my gosh. And it's bitter. It's bitter. It's really bitter. Okay, so this is what I want you guys to be clear on. What is your niche? What do you do? What do you guys do? One person said, I can commit to being a troll, but not a stalker. And I'm going to tell you about that with YouTube, why people also have to be careful. I don't know if you guys saw that thing with the judge and her husband. Somebody was saying, they did a whole series of stuff on them that was not true. And they thought that they could hide behind the keyboard. They found out the IP address, they found everything. Plus, she was a judge and she was not playing. And so people now have to be careful what they do, because people can just in a minute here, can find anything about you. Coach Potato, what's going on? What's going on, Coach? Why are you a Coach Potato in this time? There's just so many things to do, even with the children. So yes, what it is that you love on YouTube, find the different channels that you can support. And one of the things that I'm learning too, consistency, because the thing is, if somebody comes on your channel for one thing, then they come back and it's a little bit different, they're going to be like, okay, what is she talking about? What is going on? So then that's why I use my lives to do things a little bit different. And then I will have videos. Check this out, Coach Potato. I will have videos in my playlist. So sometimes I have 5, 6, 7, get it? Or 8. There, I said it. So it could be 5, 6, or 7 videos in my playlist. Sometimes a little bit more, because I want people, if they come, and that's a great way to learn about people. Hope that made you happy. That's a great way to learn about people. You can just jump on their playlist and see, or go over there and see some of the things. In my playlist, I'll have a little thing about nursing. I'll talk a little bit about that. I do with the traveling. I do with the health and wellness. I do with definitely the care, motivation. So then when you go into a playlist, you learn a little bit more about that person. And so that's a great way also for you to make sure that you're stacking your videos, that people, when they go there, that's a great thing, right? Not only will it give you some watch hours, but the idea is this, that if they click on one of those videos, after that video is finished, it takes them on a little journey. And sometimes too, and that's what YouTube, I'm figuring out, that's what they want. They want you to stay on their platform. They want you to binge videos. And I've done that. There's some video. There's another video I love, that she's now 97 years old, and she's a Jamaican grandma, and with her grandson, and every time she said, grandma, cook for me, or she's gonna make something for him. And she has her cookbook, which is handwritten, and she keeps them in a little bag or somewhere. He can come in and say, grandma, make me some chicken or jerk chicken, Jamaican style, right? Grandma will go in All right, so here we go. Now, all this time I'm talking and my audio was off. My audio was off. How long was the audio off? Did I turn? I didn't even off. It just went off. Oh, guys, I got to tell. I was doing a video a couple days ago, and it only took 50 seconds on my video. And I was still talking, and it still showed people on it, but only 50 seconds showed up. It was alive, and I just left it there. I don't know what was going on, but it just went out, you know? That was, to me, that was crazy. Let me see if the other stuff is over there. All right, guys, I'm looking for some stuff. Let me look in my Kate Spade here. Kate Spade. All right, so let's see what I have. So let me show you. If you guys want to see how I capture some stuff, you can put a 1 in the chat, because your girl is starting to get warm now after drinking all this tea. So this is what I'm saying. If you aren't able to capture everything, and I don't like to, unless I'm on another continent or somewhere, another country. Sometimes I do lives, but like the videos, I could do them, and at another time I could put them up. So here it is. Here it is. I got all this fancy stuff, and you're like, where are the videos? But what I love about it, it also has this, right? And I also have it long enough that it can stand. It can stand really, you know. So this is the one that I love. I travel with it. It's easy. I can take it off. I take it off. I travel with it. I have the thingy up here. I said when I go, again, zip lining, because that's what inspired me. I was in Costa Rica and I saw somebody zip lining, and they had the thingy on their head. I was like, oh, that is so cool. So I have the headband. Yeah, guys, I went zip lining, and I actually liked it. I didn't first. I was petrified. I'm like, why are we doing this? Can't they see that I'm a lady of a certain age? Why do I need to be up here? And why did I agree to it? Oh my goodness. But I did. I did that, and so it was, you know, it worked out. So I didn't have a problem with that. Let me see. Maybe the light in here, is this too plain? Is this light in better? So yeah, I kind of like it. Ooh, 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 baby. Hey, baby. Ooh, 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 baby. Be like a Muppet. Jerome. How you doing? Hey, Jerome, what's up? It's been a minute, Jerome. How have you been? It's good to see you. Oh my goodness. All my people coming in. I love this. I love this. So yeah, find your niche. Find other people who are speaking about the same thing that you are. Go and watch and see what it is that they do. And you can find, okay, what do they say? Imitation is what? Flattery or something like that. But you want to also put your own spin. So you don't want to really go out there that you are copying people. Exactly. You don't want to do that. You know, you want to make sure that you're doing your own thing. If you're just coming in, make sure, yeah, it's all good. Make certain that you guys are tapping the screen, giving a thumbs up, because I'm here chatting my head off. Tell other people they can come in. So yeah, I was talking about finding your niche, finding your niche. Who do you follow? So if there's another person who follow and they do the same subjects as you may want to check that out. I also feel that to give people a little feel of your channel, tell them a little bit about, go watch your playlist, check out playlists. People will find what they like, whether it's my channel is pretty much is wellness, it's travel, it's on entrepreneurship. And it's not just nurses, but for others who are interested in that. And so I feel that's important because it's important to me. If you are doing your YouTube channel and people are telling you, well, that doesn't work because you're only thinking of yourself, then Maybe for me, I'm thinking about, hey, let me have a channel where I can have fun and do me, and then I can be have one that's more strategic. Or can I do that with both of them? And a lot of the gurus will tell you that it is a business, treat it as such, and be more strategic with your post-ins and treat it as a business. And then you'd have to figure out, okay, what am I willing to do? What are my plans and goals? How am I going to get there? And what am I willing to invest? Because in order for me to even understand the strategies a little bit more on YouTube, it requires me, it's probably going to require me making some more investment when I decide, like, you know what, I'm not going to have all the time in the world. Guys, if you're just coming in, please double tap on the screen, give a thumbs up, because I'm here see and I'm here talking. Let me see some other things that we can do on the, oh my gosh, somebody just gave me, let me see something else here. Let's do a poll. Ask a question. Do you post content? Let me know if you post content. I want to see if you do post content. And that's it. Oops. Do you post content? Yes or no? And you can say, or thinking about it. So let me know. Do you post content? And I may have to go back to it again to correct it because I was trying to talk and do it at the same time. Woohoo, replace. I want to know which one of you post content so I can go check it out. Do you post content? And if you do, let me know. Okay. All right. So let me see who is here that posts content. So you can't see me. I don't know if you can see me, but do you post content? And if you do, let me know. I'm getting a little bit stuffed up. This is what happens sometimes. Even though I want the tea. Do you post content? Let me see. So some of these things happen too. I'm trying to see where all of this thing goes. So if you can see it, it's all good. I can't. That's what I want to see. Do you post content? So, because sometimes too, this will just tell me a little bit about who are the people who actually watch my content. I want to see this. Okay. And I'll see how many people. It's actually telling me how many people voted. So most of the people are saying yes, they do. I'm going to leave it up another few seconds. If you post content, let your girl know. And what are some of the struggles? What are some of the struggles that you're having with your content? What are some of the struggles that you're having with your content? Because not only that, we are learning how important it is. I'll try again. Mm-hmm. Okay, guys. I was trying to get that off. All right, so many of you guys, the people who voted are saying yes, they post content. But, and then that's again, that's the thing when you're looking at it, all right, so I'm posting, but do I want to continue? And I got to that place, I did. I got to the place where I was thinking, I didn't want to, do I want to do this? And that's why I give respect to the people who show up and they're really consistent about it. They're really saying, that they really want to help people. There are a lot of people here who do their content because they definitely want to help others. And I don't have a problem with that, but you have to know what are you able to do? And there are people really passionate about YouTube, and I love that. They're really passionate about it. And while on their journey, it's also teaching other people, showing others. So I am thinking now, one of the things, and really to have some satisfaction about this, is do something that you love. Do something that's going to help other people. Do you want to educate? Do you want to inspire? Do you want to entertain? Maybe these are some of the questions you have to ask yourself. And for me, it's to educate, inspire, entertain a little bit. And I want people to learn something when they leave, or even to say, you want them to think a little bit more when they leave your channel. And that in itself is great satisfaction. When it comes to the monetization, there are other things. People can do their affiliate links. People, if you have programs or books, you could do your call to action. But you want to feel good at the end of the day that, I am doing something. For me, it's that I am contributing something that's going to, add something of value to this planet, right? Add something of value in what we're doing. So that's one of the things. Cheers. Have some tea. So I have some other work I have to do here. But thank you all for coming. Thank you for the thumbs up. This is great. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Exactly where you tuning in from, guys. Let me know. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Where are you tuning in from? Do you do content? And what are your challenges on that? I did the poll, but it was just covering my face, so I don't even know what you guys were saying. Okay. How are you guys planning? How are you guys planning your for this year? All right. How are you planning for this year? What is that looking like? Okay. Because I got things to do, places to go, people to see, some Jimmy to jam. One of the things is, I did mention a little bit about strategy before. And one of the things that I found out from the gurus, they're saying sometimes we're posting without a strategy. And I spoke that, I have certain things that I talk about on my channel. So I may have a playlist about health and wellness and a little bit about travel, entrepreneurship, and of course about nursing. And so to get a flavor on that, that's in the playlist. So if you're posting without strategy and not and you're not clear on who your audience, who they are, somebody will pop in and say, well, I don't know, that's not for me, then that's fine. I'm not going to get all upset if there are only a few people who are watching me. I am here talking, I am showing up, and people from all over the world. That's the idea, guys. Know that there are people from all over the world that are tuning into you because you are choosing to do YouTube. I am here in the United States. Where in the world are you? I don't know, but it would be great if you drop it in the chat. So sometimes too, you have to engage these people who are coming in to your chat. You can't sit there and say, oh, nobody's watching me. People are watching me right now trying to figure out what I'm talking about. So I have to have a strategy and who is my audience, right? And if the themes they're saying is inconsistent, because I'm talking about health, I'm talking about travel, I'm talking about nursing, I'm talking about entrepreneurs, you'll get a feel of it on my YouTube playlist. But the idea is this, guys, that when you are doing this, somebody in the audience, especially when you're doing a live, somebody in the audience will probably pop in and say, what you're talking about is interesting. You are talking about health, you're talking about wellness. Oh, that's good. You're talking about traveling. Oh, you've been to Japan? That's awesome. I'd love to be there. You've been to Dubai, you've been to Bali and all those places, which is yeah, right? And then some of the information I'll post. Some will be here. Not all of the information or all the things that I do are on YouTube. Some of them are on Instagram. All right. So you have to figure out, what do you want to put on your platform? What do you want to put on your platform? And how willing are you to show up? Make sure that people know that you're still here. How often? I told you, I saw the guy who did it 52 videos a year. So he created videos that go out at least one video per week. So he was committed to that. And what happened? He probably had a strategy, probably kind of figure out a need while he was going at it. And then people will come back and then they understand that once a week, there would be a video and a recurring theme. So that helps us. That's while I'm preaching to you and talking to you, I'm also talking to myself like, okay, can we do that? But sometimes too, sometimes the lighting was driving me nuts there for a second. Let me see if I can do this lighting. Sometimes we just want, like I said, I like to do what makes me feel good. And sometimes it can be rather, they call it a little selfish. They call it being selfish. Guys, I'm getting clogged up here. I can't breathe. Couldn't breathe there for a second. Give me a second. I don't know why this thing is not going. I don't know why this thing is not going, guys. It's acting up. One of them is acting up. And I'm not sure why this is happening. I'll try again. I'm just stuffed up. You heard that, right? I just got really stuffed up. Couple days out in the cold that did it to me. So the question with your YouTube channel, and if you're having any challenges or questions that you may ask yourself, one have to think like, how long is somebody going to spend time on your video or on your channel? And so some of them, I had one particular video, it was like 12 minutes. And they were watching it over 8 minutes, which was like crazy. I'm like, what was it about that they liked so much that they watched it for 8 minutes? Sometimes you may get people who are going to watch your videos for maybe 4 minutes. That's pretty good based on, most of my videos are 8, 12, 15 minutes. But the idea is, again, remember, there are different people who are going to be coming in watching your videos, so you don't have to say that nobody is coming in. Listen, since I've been here, people have popped in from different parts of the world. Let me see if I can see you all. Right, Lucy's just like, I'm just here with the unicorn. I'm just supporting. Yeah, Lucy, I got to come on over there. It's been a minute. Lucy, I'm just getting so stuffed right now. I can't hardly talk. Someone is saying that YouTube, when it comes to the rewards of you doing your content, they are more likely to push your stuff out there if it's very clear. If you're clear on your messaging and if you're clear on who your audience is. And I keep saying, I just love to talk to people. I just love showing, right? But yes, you got to be clear about it. You got to be consistent. And do you offer value? And there's sometimes those of us who offer a lot of value. Are we getting the viewership or they don't even say viewership, right? Are you getting the watch time that you should? Maybe not, because maybe the audience that we're focusing on, the 30, the 40, the 50 people that we're focusing on, maybe somewhere, that's somewhere to start. Also, when we're looking at the views and you're seeing 3,000, 12,000, what is it why their views are like that? Then you go and you look at the average of their views and you're like, yeah, they're getting viewership. Maybe because they're known for something and people keep coming back. So they themselves, I'm sure, can go into their YouTube, look at it and see, oh, all right, so how many of you are return viewers? I ask you guys, how many of you are subscribed to my channel? All right, that's a question I could ask. How many of you guys are subscribed? Not many. That might be watching, right? But then you go and you look in your studio and you'll say, oh my goodness, 7% of them aren't subscribed to the channel. But then there are going to be those who know you, right? So that's another thing. So if you've been like me, there was one video that I worked on and I was so proud of it. And I almost feel like, I think I still have some of the footage. I want to redo it because the audio was a little bit low. I was so proud of that video. I'd gone to get a massage. I was in this big building. I was up 50 feet in the air. I captured it. I put this video together and I thought, definitely, oh my God, people are going to watch this. I struggled on that video. I'm like, wait a minute. I did all of this. I drove to another state. I did all of that. I edited that video. I didn't have fancy editing equipment. Maybe that's why I'm not doing so many videos. And the next thing, I thought that people would be watching the heck out of the video. I had the music in there and the music wasn't perfect. I go back and look at it and I was like, girl, you were struggling because you did not have all the things that you needed for that to be a great video. But the people who saw it, the 30 people, like we would say sometimes the same 30 people who are in your videos, they liked it and they give me a thumbs up. They gave me a thumbs up. And so some of the other people, have that ever happened to you? Like worked on a video and you just thought it was going to be the bomb diggity bomb. It was going to be that video and only to find out that it wasn't. Oh, welp, as they would say, welp, how long have I been here? Almost an hour. Oh gosh. It would be like, yep, this tea needs some honey. Ugh. It is bitter. It's a bitter tea, but it's supposed to be good for you. So let's wrap this up a little bit. All right. So we, like I said, it's a new season, a new day, a new dawning. It's a new everything. And to start looking at our channel. My thing is this, to scale it to even go the next level when I'm not able to do all the lives, because as you can see, I just got really stuffed up. And sometimes you can't. Some people are doing their own AI. Some people have AI doing their podcasts and stuff like that. I mean, that's something to consider. There's some things I do here. You don't see me, you may hear my voice, and there's a so that's something to consider. So yeah, finding out and figuring out my niche audience. Go check it out on my playlist if you haven't checked out my playlist. There are different things over there, a little bit of travel, a little bit definitely inspirational. Drop some gems. There's a lot on self-care that's there. When we went to, like I said, we went to Japan and Jamaica and Dominica, and just those were the ones I had the footage for. The other places, I wish I had more. I have a few. I have some Costa Rica. I may have to just go and pull those out. And so you want to look at how do you entertain people or keep them engaged. You also have to figure out what is your channel for. Is it to educate people? Is it a teaching, educational, entertainment, education, entertainment? What is your channel about? And trying to stick to it is a whole nother thing. One of the things too, when people want to do those videos, like the gentleman who did one video per week, I'm sure he batched his video. So now, for a month, all you need is 4 videos. Would you be able to be consistent? And what I'm thinking about when we used to watch, okay, I'm going to age myself here. We watch soap operas. We used to, hey, Regina, Michelle, how are you? We used to watch, hey, how are you? Happy New Year. When we used to watch soap operas, they would have, the story sort of kind of continues. And I'm thinking about it that we really need to have something, a continuation of what it is. So when people come back to the channel, because they know the different things I talk about, but I would like for them to be able to kind of get it, to get a feel. And that's why, like I said, I do the playlist. If somebody want to find out a little bit more in the menopause thing, and I keep it kind of light, not too heavy, but I'll be doing more research and bring information that will be a little bit more in depth for that. So also to look at the videos that do well. Like I said, I want to have fun here. Maybe I need to stop being selfish and think about what is it. If I were to ask Regina, what is it? She said, oh no, she just put me on the spot. My channel, like, what is it that you like when I talk about it? Because there's certain people that they come back every now and then and they're very supportive. And I'm like, oh, well, what is it that they would like to hear me talk a little bit on? So if that's something you can do for me, that would be fine. Regina's channel is pretty darn good. Yeah, I wanted to say I was driving the other day and thinking about it, and I said she does a lot of commentary, right? And it's almost like a little Irma Ben. Remember Irma Benbeck? Oh my God. Oh my gosh, I'm really aging myself. But you can, not so much like that, but she with what's happening in this season, whatever is going on, she'll comment on it, and it's pretty darn good. I think she could be on a local news or something for that. That's how good her stuff is. Yeah, guys. So if you want to do videos, maybe to batch the videos, the 8 minutes videos, they're saying you can do longer videos. That would be fine. Doing a little bit more research would help. That too can help us. That would be fine. Thank you for coming in. You can tap the screen, give me a thumbs up. I don't know how many people have to go back to work tomorrow, or maybe it is your day off. You have a good weekend. And so sometimes you want to look at it like every quarter, every 3 months, you want to say, what are my goals? What are my goals for, we're starting now a brand new quarter at the time of this recording. What am I looking to do? Can I commit to those 1 videos per week? Can I do 1 video per week? Can I drop 3 shorts? Can I do 2 lives? something like that. We have to kind of, figure it out. Where are you and what will work for you? Like today, my sleep schedule is off, so I may be on again at 2 a.m. I don't know. But what can you commit to? So for this next quarter, do you have a plan? Do you have a plan of, oh, I just make my videos and I'll upload them? My plan is this, that I've been talking about it a long time, that I will have the space to do those videos, because sometimes when I do my lives on the phone, I know it's chipping out. So I don't even know if it's happening now. But that's to upgrade my equipment. But in the meantime, this will have to do, because this is what got me monetized. It got me to a certain level and it's given me the visibility. So I don't worry about that. So I may have to plan in the next quarter, plan out, can I be committed to one video or 2 to 3 lives per week, or one video and 3 shorts, or something like that. So be committed to something. If you are having issues, you're saying get in the lives and building your community. Clarity is key. People want to be able to come back and see there's something that you spoke about. If it's not here, send them over to your playlist where they can follow up. And then also, if you have something to offer, is their call to action? What do you want them to do? Many times I just want you guys to tap on the screen, give me a thumbs up, and let me know, what's been going on. Oh my gosh, I went over a little bit. So to close this out, it would say, to grow, one has to be intentional. One has to be intentional with our content. And that's something that I'm taking notes for myself, be intentional. So this year on YouTube, going to be intentional about the videos, the lives, and since I'm already monetized, I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the shorts, and of course, to grow the membership community. So guys, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I got some work to do. I may have to do the work while you're all here. Okay. Wow. So here we go. Wow, got some work here to do, guys. What's going on? La Sion, hello, bonjour, bonsoir, comment ça va? How are you? I don't know why that sounded so. Why did that sound so French to me? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Guys, I don't know what you're all doing. Let's see what's going on. Oh, you can hear me? Oh, my degrees? Well, what are the degrees in? That's one of the things, degrees and certifications and a whole bunch of stuff, mostly in medical, some in media. And most of my degrees are on my office wall. All of my degrees and certifications, and more to come. Leroy Tucker, how are you? Hey, hey, hey. Oh my gosh, I made some tea and it's good. You know, it's time of the year where it's the cleanse. Do you guys do the detox? Oh, and I think I have something here. Oh my goodness, I'm trying to say, let's see if you guys can send any gifts, and thank you. You guys can do any gifts or super chats. I welcome you. So welcome to my channel. If it's your first time bumping into me, I am Sharon. I do talk a lot about health and wellness, and definitely some travel and entrepreneurship. And I think everybody should be an entrepreneur a little bit on the side. There's nothing that's wrong with that. Yes, Lacion, what is it that you do? What do you do? Oh, the RN2CO. Yes. You got it. Thank you. What do you do? So yeah, and I like to talk about and that's what I'm saying, being here on YouTube, it's in the description, it pretty much states what I do. And I want people to be able to come. I want to offer some value. And we always tell people like and subscribe. But if you guys don't find value, then sometimes you may not. But my biggest thing is that I would love to see you as an, I would love to see you engage. I would really love to see you engage with my content. So what do you guys have planned for the next 90 days, or they would say the next quarter? How intentional are you going to be with your product or whatever it is that you offer? All right, let me see this. Yeah, so sometimes we have to kind of plan. So the last 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. Mhm. I got that. That. Got that. Got that. No. So what's new with you guys? Thank you for coming in. What are your plans for this quarter, for quarter one? What do you guys have planned? Quarter one, do you do content, or do you just consume content? I do both, but guys, do you do content or you consume? Armstrong, thank you very much. Thank you. Are you subscribed to the channel? You sure did. That sounds like a song, Armstrong. I think you need to turn that into a song. A country song at that. Turn that into a song. Go over there and one of the AI thingies and turn it into a song. Sometimes people speak and they don't know how poetic they really are. That's the thing with creatives. When you say things to us, we're like, that sounds like a song. I think you need to do something with that because it sounds like a song. So you need to turn that into something. I can see you. When I was high as a squirrel in a hailstorm, I wrestled a bear and I swirled for a joy of moonshine. And then he said, baby, will you be mine? All of that stuff, Armstrong. You work in IT. That's cool. That is, oh my God, with IT, they're talking about, I was watching this program and they were talking about the jobs that are going to be disappearing. What are they going to do with the people when we don't have the jobs that we used to? What are the plans for that? And it was pretty scary. They were talking about AI. I know there's IT, there's AI. But they were talking about how AI is going to replace a lot of people, and the jobs that were there, they're not going to be there anymore. And people are going to be without jobs, and then maybe they have to give them a stipend to do whatever. And I'm like, who is really thinking this through? Somebody is not thinking this through, because if people are going to be displaced from their jobs, what are they going to be doing? There will be a lot of idle people. AI and automation are replacing a lot of professions. Absolutely. And it's going to continue even more so. And their concern is, what are the governments, what are they doing? Because this is getting out of hand. But when we have all these people who will not be working, they're going to have to come up a way. So it'll be a new form of economy on how people are going to survive. Are they going to give them a stipend? And when you give folks a certain amount of money, their way of living is so different, their cost of living, and how the standard that they were used to will change. And so that will change a lot of communities, a lot of, yeah, we have to really think about this, and perhaps we are not doing as much. We're not really having the conversations that we should. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for the thumbs up. That was pretty cool. I am looking for, guys, I'm looking for something I need to download. I need to do this. No more procrastination. No more putting things off. Okay. All right, let me see what I need. All right, they sent me a bunch of stuff. When I get all this stuff. Okay, I'm trying to find. All right, that's fine. What is this? I need this. So some of the best things to do too, when you have files, just load them and put them somewhere. Put them in create a file. I like to call them an envelope. And so now I know where these are. Because that's what's, sometimes too, it's nice to have the automation and all of that. It is going to change the economy. Yes. Miriam, hi, how are you? Thank you for coming in. The economy is going to change. A lot of things are going to change. And just even trying to think about it's a little scary. Because you remember all those the malls now, they're calling them like ghost malls. People aren't shopping like they used to. So if people aren't going into the malls, this is how it affects the economy. They're not going into the malls to shop. So they're shutting down the stores, and even the restaurants, and all of those things are being affected, because guess what? People worked in those stores. Excuse me, I had to sneeze really bad. People work in those stores, so they're closing down those malls. It's, yeah, and everybody is now, it's delivery. Things are being delivered. But then again, you're worried about people don't have money. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to start taking your package. A lot of things will happen. Not that you have to, but things like that, some of the things they do happen. So automation, yes, it can make our lives easier, but we also have to think about it. How is it affecting us? Even with our YouTube, we just may have to automate some things, set up these videos for a whole month in order to be committed to one video per week, set them up ahead of time so that they can be released, right? At a certain time, 4 a.m. on a Thursday or whenever most people are watching, or if you do it on a Monday. Many of big podcasts, they release their videos early during the week. And so at least you will have that so you can watch it. So these are some of the things to kind of consider when we are deciding to move on, with automation and AI, because it's really affecting a lot of us. I can't complain. All right, let's see how we do this one now. Let's see how we do this. It's just too many pages. I'm just trying to do one thing. And hi guys, welcome on in. Thank you for being here. Hi guys, welcome on in. Where are you guys coming in from? There's something that I need to do, and you guys are really going to help me on this. You all are going to help me. You definitely are going to help me. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? Can you see me? Can they see me? No? Oh, I need to go down more. Hold on. This is saying for select. Hi guys, where are you guys checking in from? All right, it says use this information. Okay, let me see how much YouTube can help me. Can I multitask? All right, I think I got it. Hey, Leroy, how are you? Thanks for being here. And all the best for the new year to everyone who has tuned in. What's going on with your YouTube channels? Are you guys making content? Hey, there's something that I need to do. Who's going to stick with me and make sure that I do it? Because it could mean something really good. This is just too much. That was a lot of stuff. Wow. How are you guys doing? Minute water block. Hello. How are you? I'm doing well. Yay. Where are you? Where are you guys? Oh, you're going to help me to do this? Yeah, because if I do this thing, it means money for me. I gotta finish this thing, guys. They want me to do it. And if I do it, it will be a blessing. Sometimes you just need people to support you. Leave that blank. Oh my gosh. Why do I need 6 pages just to fill this stuff out? This is crazy. Oh my goodness. Please let this be the last. It's not.